Welcome back to Oakfield Farm for episode 5 with me, MrSealyp. I have been logging and I've got up to 160,000. Unfortunately, that stretch of woodland through there, as you've just seen, I've done all the bigger pine trees, fir trees. I've done some of the smaller ones. I started on some of the other types of trees, but they take forever. So I think unless I just go through doing all of the small trees, which are those really small ones, I'm getting about 1,000 something for, which isn't too bad. But it's going to take me ages, so I think I need to get on with some more jobs. I've come all the way up to field 5, which is on the eastern side of the map, about halfway down. We'll just have a quick look. Because field 5 has got a crop in it already, like it was with field 3. So what I'm thinking is maybe buying it and then waiting to upgrade the tractors, only because I'm conscious of the fact I'm just really worried I haven't got enough fields. I've just sorted out all the grass fields I think I'm probably going to need, but if I do get 25 dairy cows from doing the Gloucestershire Crisps potatoes for them, I'm concerned I'm not going to have enough straw to get through the winter with the cows for their bedding. So I'll do a contract first of all. T9. Fantastic. Right, okay, let's have a go at this. Quite scarily, a friend of my wife's, they were talking the other day about various different things in their lives, and this lady, her husband and her are farmers. Somebody broke into their farm and stole both of their tractors, a T6 and a T8. Not in game, in real life, stole their tractors. And like she said, they're insured, sure, but that's their livelihood. That's everything. And who in their right mind, I suppose, thieves, criminals would do such a thing, but blimey. And they're not going to be cheap old tractors either, are they? A T8? I don't know. But anyway, yeah. Scary times. I have had no such villainy going on here on Oakfield Farm so far. So as you can see, I'm on the other side of the valley, all the way up here. If I do this contract, get the field down to sort of, I don't know what it'll come down to, 55-ish. This one's got wheat in it as well. So David's house, just there. Working right in his backyard. I'm going to get caught on. Of course I am. Yeah, but all's going well. I'm going to go and hopefully before it gets too dark, I'm going to... Mine's gone blank. What am I going to do? Oh yeah, spray field 14. I need to get something on that. Either fertiliser pellets or some spray. So that's a bit more productive. So that will need doing. And I need to look into this situation with Gloucestershire crisps or Gloss crisps, because field 12, the field, whichever the field was that I talked about in the other episode. Hang on. Oh, I'll do the contract first. I'm whittering on. It does belong to them, but it hasn't been seeded, so I'm going to have to seed the field for them, ready to harvest it, to give us enough potatoes, or to give them enough potatoes. I'm just going to do the work, realistically. But that's all good. I am now racking my brains ever so slightly, only because on the Valley Old Farm I've got my seasons set on 3-day seasons. And people said to me, oh, it should be on 6, it should be on 9, you should set your time to ×5. I've never played with my time sped up. I always play in real time. It just feels too artificial. I'm making a right mess of this, aren't I? It just feels too artificial. When you're playing through a day and the time's speeding through, I know that's the best way to get through as many days as you can. I've got this set on 6, and now I'm worried that 6 days at the moment is too much. I've only got 3 fields that I own. If I buy this 4, if I do the work on the fields for Gloss Crisps 5, maybe 6 fields, I am very concerned I'm going to run out of jobs to do in the spring. I can't cut any grass yet because there's no grass grown, but potentially over the next couple of days, if some more grows, that'd be great. But the thing about it is, because I've stretched the season out, it's still going to take as long for the grass to grow. So rather than it being 1 day when you've got it set on 3-day seasons, it could take 2 because you've got it on 6 days. If you know what I mean, it's a little bit complicated, but I'm not sure now. So I don't know, we'll see. We'll plod on as we are. We'll get going. I think I'm going to stick with the round baler too. I'm going to try it. I'm going to challenge myself to use the round baler. And what I'll do is try to bale across fields, I think. Very nearly there. For the T9. For a high horsepower tractor, the T9 always seems to struggle a little bit. I don't know why. It does seem to struggle. I think this last little strip will be about it. There we go. Not a huge amount of money, but that's not what it was about. It's about the field itself. 57. It didn't come down very much at all, did it? 3.7 hectare field. That's not bad at all. I've got 162,000. I'm going to buy it. Am I? Yeah, I'm going to buy it. It's all a gamble. All of it. But now looking on our map, we've now got field 13, which is ours. That's got soybean in. 14, actually I'll zoom in a bit. 14 I bought, which is grass. Field 10 is grass. Now why is that not showing up? Probably because that's turned off. Okay, let's turn that back off. That's why. Field 9 I've grassed. That's been done. So that's grass, that's grass. The dairy pasture is grass, the sheep pasture is grass, 14 is grass. I think I've got enough fields for grass for doing grass and hay. So when I come down the map over here, I've got field 3 that I bought, which has got wheat in. That's ours. That's going to need some more fertilising, and I've just bought field 5, which also has got wheat in. So when I've done both those, it's not about the grain, it's about the straw swaths. When I get the straw swaths off that, we'll be laughing. No problem at all. Field 34, I'm going to put, I'm thinking canola, oilseed rape in 34. That's going to be the next job to do after I've sprayed field 14. And as you can see, 20 and 6, those fields are the ones that are owned by Gloss Crisps. So that one has got potato in it. That one is showing potato in it, but I think that's from the previous harvest, because when you click onto growth, that's showing as harvested. So that's going to have to be dealt with, and I say dealt with, I'm going to have to deal with it, and plant potatoes in there, which is going to take a while. So to be fair, that's probably, I'm saying about having 6 days on my season, all of those jobs are going to take up a little bit of time. That's going to take a while, actually, that job there, just doing that for Gloss Crisps. So yeah, they have said they'll give me the equipment I need. AJ was very helpful about that, and they would lease me, rent me, whatever I needed. That's great. And like I say, the forest here in the middle, I've done quite a bit of it up to about here, which was where all the main pine trees were. All the rest of the trees are the kind of random higgledy-piggledy, various different types, which I can cut down, but it's going to be a lot harder work. And in hindsight, I should have gone over here to the big forest up here, or to the one at the top of the map, the lavender forest up here. That's what I should have done realistically, but you know, you live and learn, don't you? And at the end of the day, you try things out. And oh, there's a forest here as well. I don't know if that's what that's like, but anyway, we can have a look. We can certainly have a look around and see what's available. Right, that's done. That's ours. Once that starts to grow, I need to get back out, and then we need to spray it or weed it or do something else with it. I now need to find my way home. Bit of a trek, actually. Oh, now, this was the other thing I was going to mention. This boggled my mind. For sale. This is a grass field. And if I look on the map, field 48. If I look on the bigger size map, actually, you know what? I'm going to go into this one. Sorry, I know this is a lot of map work. I'm just trying to show you. Field 48 is here, and it's this field here. Fair size. If you come across the field 14, which I bought in the last episode, there, that field there looks about the same kind of size. That sweeps round a little bit, but roughly, I mean, I would say roughly the same kind of size. That cost me 71,000 to buy. This one, 40,000. Gutted. I should have looked around. I should have really just... Well, I should have gone to probably the website, AJ Hollister's website, and had a look at farmland for sale. That was my own fault. But anyway, yeah, I should have bought this one. I mean, look at this. It looks huge. This looks even bigger than Field 14. I don't know. It's just deceptive. Whether it's just me, I don't know. But it does seem a fair old size, this one. Never mind. Right, we're down to 104,000. I am going to upgrade the tractor. I don't know whether to upgrade the Massey. That's going to be 50 grand though. Don't know. I'll decide. I need to get back to the farm and get the equipment. I'll see you back there in a bit. I'm back at the farm. I know some people have noticed that when I go from place to place and I walk there, I do get there very quickly. I'm a very fast walker. We'll just say that. Not quite the Flash standards, but you know, I'm fast. Right, this was brought back after I seeded up on field 9 with grass. That will need to go over to field 34 because we need to seed over there. I am going to upgrade the Fendt. I said I was going to do the Massey, and I thought about it, but I'm going to do the Fendt. I've got some spraying or fertilising to do on field 14, and I thought, you know what? Let's upgrade this little beauty. I do like a Fendt. Oh no, I've got the weight on, haven't I? Oh, okay, hang on. Disconnect that. Perfect. Let's try again. Right, customise. I'm not going to go with the front loader attachment just yet. Do I go up to 200 or straight to 240? I'm going to go to 240. Why not? So that logging I did is paid for this. I'm a little bit up on the deal, and to be fair, when I do get rid of that Gen's static wood chipper, which I think I'm going to do. I want to get a mobile wood chipper and do wood chipping, I say properly. I want to stick wood chips into a trailer and go and sell them, because I do use that a lot, and I use it on the Valley of the Old Farm. So I've decided I'm going to get a mobile wood chipper. That's not going to be cheap either, to be fair. They're about 80 grand, I think. I'm just trying to think. If we go into forestry and we go along to the one that I would use, which is the Gens. Oh, 64. It's not as bad as I thought it was going to be. Yeah, the HEM. That's the one. That's a lot of money. 88 grand. And I find that one really difficult to use. The BA725D, I use it a lot because it's easy to use. And as I said in one of my other videos recently, the BSM Black Sheep Modding put out a video the other day to show the new wood chipping piece of machinery they've got in the pipeline. If that comes out, that'd be absolutely brilliant. But anyway, I need to, I think I'm going to spray, is probably the best bet. I'm going to spray, so we'll get that out. We'll go to the field 14, we'll get that sprayed, and then, so we've now got a lot of horsepower now. Brilliant. This shouldn't have a problem now with some of the hills. All good. Let's go to the field and get some spraying done. That pulled up there so much better. That's perfect. So I don't know whether it's just me. Is this field deceptively big? Is it a lot bigger than I thought it was? I don't know. That other field just seems a lot behind you. I suppose it goes around. I don't know. I'm just wittering. Right. Okay. Before I do begin fertilising field 14, I have committed a crime. I've messed up big time. Sir David is not going to be impressed. I came highly recommended, and I've really messed up to the point where I could, if he is in a bad mood, I could lose my job. I seeded this field and I took a punt, and I thought, you know what, it'll be fine. When I look into here, I thought, well, it's not at the seeding temperature yet, but that's okay. The problem is, if you go down to soybean and across, I'm not even anywhere near the planting window. Now, if I was at the planting window, like at the top for wheat, barley and canola, it's in the planting window, but the temperature's not right yet. You can put it in the ground, it won't germinate yet, but it's okay. Soybean, I'm not even close to the planting window. And I've been messaged and comments have been left to say it's going to fail, and I've wasted my time big time. So what I'm going to have to do at my own personal expense is lease a cultivator, come back over here, cultivate this whole lot again, and reseed when I'm back in the window. So when soybeans ready, which will be on day 5, then I should be able to put soybean in and we'll be okay. So that's going to need cultivating. That is a huge error and could cost me dearly. Now with the new beehive mods, I'm thinking I might play some beehives as well. Find myself a little plot and plant some. Why not? Let's move that forward. Did I say plant some or place some? I meant to say place. If I said plant, I apologise. It's been one of those days. Right. Let's lower that down a bit. And let's at least get some fertiliser sprayed on this grass so I get a better yield on it when I do need it. I've been given all sorts of advice by all sorts of people, and I thank you all for it. Different ideas, different suggestions, different things people have tried and found. So I will be trying various different things. The problem I've got is tomorrow will be sunny. Thursday, Friday says rain, and I got a comment left saying that they cut and tedded in the rain and it was losing, I mean literally degrading in front of their very eyes. So that I'm going to try to avoid as much as possible. That will not be good, not at all. Ah, you know what? Looking from the top corner of that field, I think because the field dipped away slightly, I couldn't see all of this bit. On the map it showed it, but looking down the field it looked like it stopped about here. That's why I thought the field was a lot smaller than it is. But it goes all the way around here. That said, I still think it's about the same sort of size as the other field. Whichever one it was. What was it? This is 14. I can't remember the number now. Which was only 40,000. So I don't know. This tractor is definitely working better with a higher horsepower. Way better. I'm seriously considering moving the whole wood chipping setup up to one of the other forests. We'll see how that pans out as well. I have been given a bit of a tip, a nod, a wink, nudge nudge, wink wink, that kind of thing, to say there is a field that's available, a field that technically doesn't belong to anybody, that I might be able to use. So we will see about that. I'm not going to have a look yet, but I will do. Anyway, because this field has actually turned out to be a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be, it's going to take me a little while to finish this off, so I shall finish it. And then we're going to have to look at the finances, because to lease a cultivator that's going to do a fair enough job on that field and do it fairly quickly, I need a tractor with at least, well, I need more horsepower than what I've got. Cultivators are strange things, they require a lot of horsepower, and I was going to get a Lemkin Gigant 10, but that requires 300 horsepower, and the Massey's only just got 300 horsepower. So yeah, and to upgrade that, if I want to go the whole hog and take up to nearly 400 or 400 exactly, that's going to cost me 50 grand. So yeah, that'll pretty much wipe me out. Anyway, as long as I can sort out the problem on field 13 behind me, so David won't be sacking me anytime soon, I hope. Anyway, see you in a bit. Well, that's field 14 sprayed. I'm thinking beehives, and I think there's a little triangle of land, a tiny little triangle. There's a couple actually right by the farm. So what I might do is try. I mean, it's here right outside the farm, on the grass here. What I thought I might do is place a few, make a bit of money. Why not? Where should I put this? Let's put this away. And then I want to whiz up to the secret field. It might not be secret, it might be, everyone knows about it, but I didn't. I honestly hadn't even noticed it. So thank you, Barris. Very helpful chap. Still got to do field 34, haven't I? And if this is a new field or a secret field, I can do that too. Yeah, I'm thinking this little triangle of land here. Do that again, turn the engine off. Just here. Why not put some beehives on here? Sell land. Oh, nugget. And another one. Get those out of the way. Because as far as I can make out, there's no gate to get in here. So it's not even, mind you, then collecting honey is going to be a bit of a game in it, but I can't use it for cutting grass or anything like that. So you know what? I'm going to stick some beehives on here. Why not? This is a new mod. Fairly new mod. Came out on Friday. By AAA modding or AAA modding. And I did a very quick guide 2 on it. You don't need a guide 2 on beehives, but I just wanted to show it. So let's go and have a look in placeables. And where are we? There we go, lizard bee house. 16 an hour. 1 slot. Oh. Let's spin myself round. I think it might be quite nice here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. 10 beehives. Now, those 10 cost me 5,000. It seems like a lot of money, but I want, you know, I want honey. Might be quite nice. Although all the bees are going that way. I've put them the wrong way around, haven't I? Genius. Right. Bear with me while I fiddle these back round. I'm going to turn them round. They should all be flying off that way, not towards the barn. That's going to be quite tricky. But anyway, for 5,000, which is a quarter of the price of the in-game beehive, the in-game beehive is 20,000, and you get 16 pounds, euros, or dollars an hour. You get 16 for each of these. So with 10, I'm going to get 160 pounds, euros, or dollars an hour for a quarter of the cost of the in-game one. So why not, indeed? So yeah, I'm gonna go and don some beekeeping garb, and then come back and turn all these hives round because they're all pointing the wrong way. Clever, clever, MrSealyp. Right, let's jump the wall. Hang on though. Oh no, it's alright. Ignore me. More nuggets all over the place around here. Hop the wall. Thought left engine running. Never mind. Right. Beekeeping equipment. That's what I need now. Must have someone in here. In one of these sheds there must be some beekeeping equipment. I'll see you in a minute. So, with that done, the bees all now going the correct direction. Out into the countryside, not into the barns. We'll be making a little bit of money every hour. A tiny bit, but we will be making some. That's all fantastic. What I'm going to do now is whiz up to... We're going to go past field 34, up to field 35, let's get some lights on. 6:05. The sun is starting to dip. And I'm curious about this field. So if there is a field, I might as well make use of it. So, overnight, I think deconstruction of the wood chipper. Possibly leasing of an actual wood chipper rather than that, and then I can actually do some proper wood chipping. I have now got to cultivate field 13. I do need to seed field 34. But again, that's going to depend what crop I put in it. I don't want to make the same mistake again. But I do need to plough field 20, the field that Gloss Crisps own. So I might just get the tractor up there and plough that. That actually is a job I can do straight away. So I haven't got to worry about ground temp. It's not frozen, so I should be able to plough that. So that's not a bad idea. I need to get onto that, but that'll be tomorrow morning, I think. Once I've done this, I'll go back, put my feet up. It's not a huge amount I can do this evening. This is taking longer to get than I thought. Now I have been told there is not a there's not a gate to get into this field, but there's a very low kind of hedge, almost like a bit of scrub. And it also means going across someone else's field, which I don't know how well that's going to pan out, but as long as they don't mind, or so they don't mind, as long as they don't notice, it's probably the best thing, isn't it? So, we'll be there in a minute. Just up the top of this hill. Up past 34. Which we're coming up on now. I think, check the map. Oh no, 31's on the left. Keep going. Field 35. No, that's 33. Keep going. Apparently it's east of 33, which is the field we're coming up on now, and north of 35. So I think 35 is next to this one here. So it's east of the one I'm next to now and north of the one we're coming up on. It's tucked away. So, I've got two choices. Actually, I think if I go into 35, it's always handy to have an extra field. Look at that sunset, lovely. Lovely. Right, and if I find a low bit of scrub, which is just about here, that... Whoa! This has no field number. And this is not a bad size field either. Well, I never. Okie dokie then. Looks like we're going to play the finders keepers rule on this. But we'll call this 33A. Actually, it's all 35A. I'm trying to think. It's next to 33, above 35. I'm going to go with 33A. We've now got a new field. It may be slightly underhand. That is, I mean, that is technically, that is just scrub. That's not a bush exactly, so I'm okay with that. As long as we stick to the outside of the field, we're not going to do too much damage. I'm hoping that, mind you, as we get into the growing season, we might get a crop in this field, but we'll see how we get on. But yeah, there we go. Nice. New field. That I didn't even have to pay for. What a result. So, back to the farm. Put my feet up, cup of cocoa, and plan for tomorrow. Right. The wood chipper has been sold, which made me 32,000, I think it was. So I'm back up to 98. I now need to, actually I need to put this away overnight. I need to go to, either go to the store or get online and have a look about this cultivating situation. If I do want to get a fair enough sized cultivator to redo that field, even if it's just to lease it, I've got to increase the horsepower of this. Otherwise, if I get a small cultivator, it's going to take me forever, because these fields are a fair size. So yeah, I think that's going to be the next step. Actually, I might as well leave the tractor with it for a moment. Does that door open? Oh, it does. Danger of suffocation. Good grief. Okay. But all in all, not a bad day's work. I mean, apart from the, you know, the error, which is, you know, can't do a lot about that. We now have beehives. We also have a free field. It's actually it's going all right. I need to really need to work out what I want to do. It's a wood chipping situation. I want to try and make enough money to sort that tractor out, to upgrade it and not leave me too short. Because if I'm going to get a wood chipper as well, mind you, what I could do, I could lease. Actually, let's head back to the. I'm standing out in the middle of the yard, chatting away. I'm wondering whether or not I could lease a wood chipper, and in that first hour do enough wood chipping to then be able to afford to buy one. Then it's mine. Then I can do whatever I want with it after that. That might not be a bad idea. Just worried about taking a big chunk of the money away. Or do I just buy it outright and then just make the money back? I suppose it swings and roundabouts, isn't it? The only difference is with that static one you get a constant flat rate. With the other one, when you sell the wood chips, price will drop. So I don't know. I'm in a bit of a dilemma, as you can tell. Let's close the door. I would say put the kettle on. I'm not sure where it is. It's around somewhere. Is that clock right? No. Never mind. Well, there we go. That's it for another episode. Nice. Didn't notice that before. Brilliant. Yeah, that's it for another episode. In the morning, up bright and early. Plenty to be getting on with. Ploughing of fields, preparation, leasing a cultivator. Yeah. The day-to-day, the grind that is preparing fields for seeding. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free. And if you want to share this video, then please. Be my guest, whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.